Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to week 27 of Building Crait. Okay guys, so this segment's just a few days late from Saturday when I usually upload it, but there's a good reason for that. Javier made a special visit this week and I had to include him in the segment, and in order to do that this had to come out a little bit later. So you're going to be seeing him throughout the episode or segment, and I think you guys are going to really like it. Javier, you guys know how me and Javier are. I'll just leave it at that. The other thing I want to talk about before we jump into the building is that earlier this week I announced my documentary film I'm doing about the adult LEGO community, or the AFOLs. That's something I'm going to be working on for about the next 9 to 10 months. So it's going to take up a lot of my time. So I'm going to be working on that documentary film while also making YouTube videos. If you want to check out the link down below to the GoFundMe page. If you can't donate anything, that's fine. But please share it as much as you guys can. It means a lot to me. It's kind of my dream project, something I've wanted to do for a very long time. It's a full-length documentary. It's going to be fully available on YouTube for free when it comes out. But I do need to get donations and raise money in order to make the film. So please take a look at it down below. All right, so this segment, what are we doing? So guys, first off, we're actually we're getting close to the end of Crait. It's very real that by between week 30 and week 35, there's going to be the finale. So that's not very far off. I know that sounds like it's like a month or two. Trust me, it's gonna come faster than it sounds. The bad news I have here, so it's good and bad news. The good news is that we're coming close to finishing Crait. The bad news is that in these next couple weeks, it's going to be very weird when Crait's coming out. It's not going to be the Saturdays that it usually is. We're not going to have a segment next week. We're going to have a segment after that. And then there's not going to be a segment for about 2 weeks after that because Brick Fair, and I'm also going to Denmark. And then after that, then I might have a segment, might not. Okay, guys, enough talk. We're actually just going to go ahead and jump into the segment, and I'll talk more about this after we take a look at the building. So without ado, Javier's got a really special presence. Let's jump into it right now. All right, guys, so we're starting the next segment off. And what we're actually going to be doing at first is we have all of this area that needs to be covered up by more and more salt pieces. So the first thing we're going to be doing is making a ton more, as many as I can. I want to give a special thanks to Jay. You guys might know him as Rich Boy Jay. He's actually working on his own Crait mock. He actually sent me these over. Hey, why are you taking these?
I need them.
I guess he does. Javier's helping me with the salt pieces here. But special thanks to Rich Boy J for helping me out with these pieces. And of course, you guys remember those pieces, the inverted slopes. You saw those about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So me and Javier are going to get to working on building a ton of these. And then we're going to move on to basically covering up all this other area that's still left. And get it all covered with the salt pieces and get it all basically just covered up. So, right, Javier? All right, so here we go, guys. Alright guys, so me and Javier are back. So here's all of the salt pieces we did. Once again, it's always one particular piece that we run out of. And in this particular case, we ran out of the 1x4 plate, so we weren't able to do any more. I have gone through all of my 1x4 plates now. So I'm going to have to order more of those. I'm also starting to run low on these 1x2 tiles, so I have to order more of those. And then we also went ahead and put a whole bunch of tiles on the rest of these plates right here, so that way we can cover up all of this, and we'll be able to cover up this entire area right here, and then I'm going to cover up all of this, and everything's going to get covered up. So that's what we're going to do next. It's getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there, but it's going to be great. And once I get all of this covered up, what I'm going to do is clear off the whole table here, and we'll put all of these salt pieces. It'll probably be enough to honestly fill in all this area, and maybe there'll be a little bit left over to go here, but I don't think it'll be enough to cover this entire area. We're probably going to need at least 2 or 3 more of bins, of this many bins, to fill up this entire area right here with salt pieces, and it's easily going to be more than 1,000 of these made, probably closer to 1,500 now. And we just continue making them, and it's just never enough. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Javier, is that you? Wait, Javier, don't be shy. Okay. What if I give you a salt piece? You don't want a salt piece? Oh, wait, Javier. So Javier insisted that he would do B-roll of me actually building stuff.
Don't say it out loud.
Instead of just showing you guys what I've done, he wanted to actually record me doing it since he's here. Right,
everybody
Javier?
needs you.
Okay. I feel like I'm pressured, but whatever.
I immediately bored. Okay, let's look at David sitting here. Meticulously putting the Legos right.
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
I'm narrating about what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Jesus, just let me do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So he's meticulously doing what he needs. He's putting them in the right place at the right time. But he does it in artistic
Nobody cares what you have to say, Javier.
Nobody cares what you have to say either, okay? You know what they care about? The Legos.
That's true. They do care about the Legos.
Alright?
Do you care about the Legos?
I care about... So as you can see here, besides David's beautifully semi-hairy, pale neck, is him putting down some of the foundations for the Crait plates. The way he does this is actually kind of delicious. He does it in a way where he puts the long ones in the middle first. He doesn't start with the small little, these dopey little square ones. Nah, he does with the longer ones in the middle, because they take up more space. Because that's just the type of guy David likes to be. He takes up all the space in the middle, and he only leaves a little bit on the sides for the rest of everybody. Well, anyways, so this is like some prime time mock making footage right here. What we have here is the very careful picking out of the corner pieces that we have to set on top of the red bricks right here. This is very important because for elevation, some of them have to be lower, some of them have to be a little bit higher, but sometimes you need them at the perfect level. Jesus Christ, I almost fell off. Anyways, you need them at the perfect level right here. Perfect level. Mm-hmm. Right above the red, but, you know, not above the white, just right at the gray, you know? Mm-hmm. Be more PC, okay?
What's PC mean?
Correct about everything. Who knows? Okay, let me just...
Like a PC gamer thing?
Yeah, why not? So what we got here is David Hall, and he's picking very carefully about what his next move is going to be. And what his next move is going to be a mystery to everybody and everything right now until the next 45 seconds. And in less than 45 seconds... Oh my goodness. He picked the white plate. Okay. So, after he picks that white plate, nobody knows what he's going to pick next. There's a nice big gap, and I think he's going to put another white plate inside that gap. But he could go with the side part. He could go with this part. Who knows what's going to go on? I don't know what's going to go on. I know you don't know what's going to go on, but I'm pretty sure David knows what's going on.
Why do you keep whispering?
It's because the audio on this camera is so good, and they're going to pick it up later, even though it's only at like one of the lowest. No, it's actually at the middle range right now, but I'm still in the whispering motion. Anyways, aesthetic.
Hey Javier, I can hear you.
He can't hear me right now. Don't listen to him.
Secretive.
All right, I won't be secretive or
David Attenborough-y, where I just whisper very sensually and ASMR.
Nobody
right
wants
into
to
the
hear your
camera.
whispers.
well, maybe the comment section would say something else. All right.
Do you think the
Like, comment, and subscribe if you think that David Hall needs more. What'd you say?
I don't know.
He doesn't know in his videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Do things like that. David right now is he's working on the tunnel for the Crait set. It's just like a side piece, but this is actually kind of an interesting moment where he's picking specifically what angle pieces to put into the side. And my goodness, is he Michelangelo right now? Is he just... He's really making it something else. Like, what is that, over 12 layers of bricks?
They're
I know I'm
actually-
being somewhat sarcastic, but there is a legit art to this. David himself, like, none of this would be done without that kind of artistry. And then again, I'm hitting the sarcastic note. I should stop. But seriously, these videos do kind of make my weekend. And probably a lot of
They
yours.
what?
Huh?
They what?
Okay, off the button. Well, what I gotta say about Crait right now is it's actually kind of a pretty impressive piece. I do admire the architecture in the centerpiece. It is offside a little bit. But if any real criticisms I'd have would be making these little pieces right here not all the same thing. Just make them like at least 2 or 3 different versions that you could constantly do, and maybe it'd be a little saving on bricks. But either way, like, I don't know. Other than that, I think the whole set is looking really good so far, even though it's not even... Is it like halfway done? How much done is it?
It's like 60 to 70% done.
70% done. You heard it here, people. Crait weekly update. Which one is this?
This is 27.
Good gosh dang, 27? Oh my god, you guys remember when Kashyyyk was up and halfway done would be like 104? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, everybody. How, this is, anyways. Yeah, Crait update number 27 right here. We're making some plates on the side. David's doing some work. I'm doing some foolishness. And yeah, that's what's going on right now.
All right, Javier. So unfortunately, I have to go away.
Yeah.
When will the fans see you again?
Well, they'll see me when they want to see me. I mean, they can explain their thoughts in the comments. If you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to do that, and I will respond depending on how loud your pleas are.
All right, guys. So after a lot of work, and after, of course, Javier leaving, I got a bunch more of the whole entire third section done. Not quite everything. Still got this little bit right here left to go, and that'll be it. But I did get this entire section right here all covered up. And then, of course, if you remember, we had all that stuff around the cave entering section. That's fully covered up. So this is completely done now. Looks fantastic. Has a really great look to it. Love it, honestly. You can, again, see that from right there. So that looks great. But yeah, everything looks great, guys. I'm loving it all. So basically the reason why I didn't finish this right here is I actually ran out of tiles. I thought I did my math right with getting the right amount of tiles. I came close, as you can see, but not quite. So basically I need about 400, 500 white tiles to fully complete all of this. So I'm going to put that order in tonight. But obviously there's not much more we can do. Now, I did want to show how I was covering up this end section. I did want to show what type of technique I was using. So basically it's a pretty simple technique. It's just bricks and plates between each other with other bricks in the middle, kind of like making sure it's really reinforced. And it's actually a very solid design that works very well. And I just have a few columns right here that is holding it up, because a lot of weight is not going to be on this. And even if there is some weight, this is actually pretty sturdy. So I'm actually going to use this design all the way around here, just about up to here. And then I got to do a special design for that, but I'll pretty much continue this all the way around. But that'll have to wait until the next segment until I can get those white tiles in. But I also did want to show is just like, look at that, guys. I cleared off the table. I wanted everybody to see what this is looking like, and it's looking really awesome now. I was considering putting another little ditch type of thing, you know, one of these right here. I was thinking about putting it somewhere around this area, but I might end up putting it over here instead, like either here or maybe around here. Not quite sure yet, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so the last thing I want to do is to take all of I want to take all of our hard work, me and Javier. I want to take our work, and so that's all these salt pieces. And instead of putting it over there, I kind of want to put it over here in the back section. Just see what it looks like. I don't know how much exactly this is going to cover. This is a lot of work right here, so we'll just see how much exactly this covers, and it'll give us even a big it'll give us a better idea of how many more of these salt pieces we're going to need to cover up all of this, because it looks great right now, but it has to be all covered up with salt pieces. So we're getting there. Let's see what it looks like, guys. Well, guys, that one bin only did that much, and we still have all of this to go. So we're gonna need about 5 or 6. What you just saw in that bin, we need about 5 or 6 times that in order to cover the rest of Crait. So me and Javier and Dylan and everybody, we got some work to do in terms of making more salt pieces. Now I quickly put these down, what you're seeing right here, just really quickly down, because I know everybody's like, oh, what about the spaces? This is just like literally just put them down, spread it out, see what that looks like. The ones over there in front of the wall, those are actually perfectly placed, and there's not many gaps between those. So I continue to believe that this design and this design is what we need. So I'm not too worried about that. But I did kind of carefully place them around here just to see what it kind of looked like. And man, it looks so good. Like seriously, I am so happy with how this turned out. You can even see, if you get just low enough, you can see the that bin behind it. You can kind of see it right there. Isn't that funny? I don't know. I enjoy that. But yeah, that is awesome. It seriously turned out so well. The whole trench looks fantastic. Again, that looks great. I'm a little sad that all of those salt pieces only covered that one area. That's about 2-ish, a little bit more than 2 gray base plates full. Like, and if you put 2 gray base plates, it'll cover all of that plus maybe a little bit extra. That's crazy though, because that means we have a lot more of those to do, and that means I also need to buy a lot more parts for sure. But yeah, guys, so this is how we'll probably end out the segment. It is looking so good now. Crait is really coming together. Just gotta get this done right here. That'll take no time. And then basically once we have this done, we're just gonna have to spend a lot of time on the salt pieces. Makes me really sad. But once we have the salt pieces all done, of course, we have the mountains to do, the interior. And guys, that's it. That is it. So we are getting so close to finishing Crait now, and it is looking so good. So awesome. All right, let's end it out. Okay, guys, so as I was saying earlier in the video, we're going to have like a off-putting schedule. So what that means basically is that we won't have another Crait segment again in like, I would say mid-July we'll have one, and then we won't have another one until beginning of August. And then after that, we'll get back to a weekly schedule, I would say mid-August is what I'm looking at right now. And I know it sounds like, oh man, that's really far apart. The good thing is that during that time, I'm going to try to get a lot more building in each one of those segments. So the next 3 segments, the next 3 weeks, even though it's not 3 weeks, I'm just going to try to get as much building as I can done. So, for example, like let's say week 28 is getting all the salt pieces done, getting the full front done. That's done. Boom. Okay. Week 29 is building another ATM 6 and finishing some of the finishing at least part of that mountain over there. And let's say week 30, we're finishing all the mountain work, and then we're working on the inside. And then by 31, 32, we're doing the internal details and starting to put the battle together. And by like week 33, week 34, that's the finale. I hope that makes sense. And that's over a course of from now, July 2018, until I would say about September. Early September, we could have the finale. That's the idea, that's the goal, so we'll see if that happens. Things can always happen that interrupt that, guys. So no promises just of yet, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm just letting you guys know that's the kind of trajectory and goal. Now, between the segments that were, between the weeks, we're not going to have episodes. So there's only going to be, I think, another Crait episode for July. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm also going to be trying to upload behind the scenes videos of the documentary I'm going to be working on, as well as some cool, like, just some things you guys won't expect that I think a lot of you will like. I'll have some videos uploaded between Crait segments. I know you guys love watching the videos, and I thank all of you so much for that. So I do want to continue having content come out even though I'm not working on Crait and even though I'm traveling. I'm going to have some stuff hopefully planned between all that time. But going back to Crait, I don't think we will definitely, Crait will not be at Brick Fair, Virginia. That's my go-to convention, if you guys didn't know. That's outside of DC, Washington, DC. It's definitely not going to make that, I can tell you that right now. But I'm definitely, I think it's like 99% sure I'll definitely have it at the Brick Fair North Carolina show. And that will be March 2019, and that's far away. That's about 7-8 months from this video when I'm recording right now. So I think that's a possibility. So Crait will make it to a convention, I promise. It just won't be Brick Fair, Virginia. All right, that's it. Again, please take a look at that link down below to support my documentary. Don't forget to also check out my new restock of minifigures on Minifigs For You. Got a whole bunch of awesome clone troopers available, and they're shipping now too, guys. So take a look at that as well down below. That's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next, not in the next week, but the next segment. So it'll be about 2 weeks from now. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.